Welcome back. There is a live look outside from the Oregon coast, our Inn at Spanish Head Resort Hotel camera in Lincoln City. Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. If you're tired of tripping over shoes and backpacks, it is time to establish an after-school routine. Here with tips on establishing routines that your family will actually stick to, we welcome Wellness and Empowerment Coach Megan Caldwell. It's so nice to see you.
Thanks for having me, Hannah.
We're going through back-to-school season together right now, and you can really speak to this because you've got 3 kids on 3 different schedules.
1 high schooler, 1 middle schooler, 1 elementary this year. It's a little bit nutty, which is why this is so important to get these things kind of under control, if you will.
You're here to tell the tale. We can get through this.
I can speak to it personally, yes.
Okay, tell me about the when-then strategy. What does that look like?
Yeah, so kids as well as all humans really work well with cues. And so the when-then strategy is really linking any new habit or routine that you're looking to establish to something that you're already doing.
Okay.
So when you get home from school and take off your shoes, then you hang up your backpack. When you hang up your backpack, then you take out your lunch pail and put it on the counter. When you finish eating your breakfast, then you put your dishes into the dishwasher. So really making that link to establish if it's something they're already doing, they're going to be more likely to be able to do it if it's linked. It's habit stacking, if you will.
Okay, so are there certain easy things to start with to kind of take baby steps? Because I'm like, that's a lot for kids to navigate, but they can get there if you set them up for success.
Yeah, totally. And there are so many, especially as we're going from summer routine back into their feeling sometimes like there are so many things that we want to shift, is really thinking about what are the non-negotiables? What are the things that actually have to happen on a daily basis? And starting with what's simple. So the example I gave, such as kids are going to get home from school, whether they take their shoes off or not, they're going to go in through the door. So before you go in the door, backpack goes down.
Okay.
I really like focusing on ones of helping keep some of the stuff in check. So whether it be the backpack or the shoes or the water bottle or the sports equipment, is making sure that everything in your home has a home. So we are back into a home after being out of it for some time, is we had to reestablish, like, where do backpacks actually go when you get home? They don't just get thrown into the doorway and then we trip over them. And so having a space for each one of them, but always starting small and figuring out what's going to help ease your family most.
What has worked for your family in terms of finding those landing spaces? Because I feel like I want to make a nice area in the house, but I'm not quite sure. We've got limited space. How do you kind of find that function?
Yeah, I would say keep it simple. You know, you see all the Pinterest things of like, let me get this cute organizer and let me color code the bins. Is I have found for us is just what is going to be the simplest thing. And for us, it's literally walk in through the garage door and right around the corner, backpacks get dropped.
Okay.
So it's not a fancy system. It's not some pretty hooks that I then put on the wall.
Right.
If we have people over, maybe we put the backpacks into a closet. But for the day-to-day, just keeping it as simple as possible.
Okay, that's helpful. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's okay. Okay, so what about actually helping kids stick to those habits, the steps to go through, like visual cues for them?
Yeah, so I'm a huge fan of visual cues. Again, how can we make a habit as easy as possible? Is oftentimes we're like, they should just be able to do it. Visual cues. I love either Post-it notes or like a cue card. We have some downstairs, some upstairs. A couple of my kids get a lot of these routines, but I have one kid in particular who really does well with this. And so, for example, morning routine, it's literally a 3.5 by 5 card or whatever that says, eat your breakfast, get dressed, blinds closed, bed made, brush your teeth.
Okay.
And so it just becomes that, oh, I don't have to remember all these things. Okay, let me go check it myself. Works well for adults too.
Well, and sometimes we all function better with lists and things, and sometimes I find if you involve the kids, they like to draw their illustrations and make their own little lists, so maybe you can kind of get them in on it with you.
100%. Any way that you can get buy-in from kids is gonna give them more of a sense of agency to actually want to do it. So rather than like, here's the new system as to how we're gonna hang up our backpacks, is, hey, Charlie, what do you think is going to make it easiest for you to remember to put your backpack into its spot?
That's great. Okay, and then positive reinforcement. We've got to encourage them.
Yeah, so whether you need to prompt them those first handful of times to help ingrain it, or whether they're doing it on their own, is just reminding them like, oh, I see that you put your backpack up. Thank you for doing that. Sometimes, depending on the age and stage of kid, maybe it's a sticker chart. Is, can you do 4 out of 5 stickers this week of putting your backpack away?
Okay.
And if so, you get to choose what we're having for dinner Friday night. Just making it fun.
I feel like it's a good reminder for parenting in general, always, when you can catch your kids doing the right thing, say it out loud.
Yes.
Let them know that you noticed it and you saw it, and that's really the best path forward with that stuff
100%. We don't want to shame, we don't want to guilt, we don't want to have to nag them, if you will, but
Right.
the more that we can just really celebrate the small wins and the progress, the better we're going to be long term.
Keep it simple, make it happen, on to the next thing.
Yes,
we're
we
going to
got
get
this.
it done.
We got this.
Thank you so much. Great to see you. Okay, we'll have more information on our website at katu.com.